G'day Summoners and welcome to the Cyber Gamer League of Legends coverage brought to you by Team Down TV, your number one source of Cyber Gamer action. The League of Legends tournaments are sponsored by BenQ, M-Wave and OCZ. Tonight we'll be covering the battle for first place on the CGI ladder. Team Immunity will defend their top position on the ladder against Team Exile 5 Lunar. And here, joining me today, I have got Valente. Say hello, Valente.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Yeah, no worries, man. So we have already gone through the picks and ban, guys. We've decided to head up into the delay time and start streaming from there, so we don't have any delays with any of the streams, so the game gets underway straight away. So let's quickly go through these picks and bans. Over for Team Exile 5, they banned out, they banned out Karthus. Didn't catch the other ones, unfortunately, because this is a remake, so they've spelled Bum and ZTZ. So unfortunately, guys, we didn't catch the bans on that one. Sorry about that. But as for picks, up there we've got on the blue team for Team Exile 5 Lunar, we've got Scream in the jungle with Zac. We have Draven being played by Quantic. Then we have Jack Attack on Cho'Gath, I'm guessing mid lane for that one. Jace being played by Pitters in the top lane. And on support we've got Thresh. What about over there on IM, Valente?
So on the IM side, we have the bot lane, Venom on Varus, and that is Swiper on Sona this game. Filling in Raydeer is actually away this game. He's normally the AD carry, Venom normally the support player. In the mid lane we have Anivia, and that is of course Heaven's Curse. And we have, I don't see the summoner spells on my screen, so I can't tell you which lane these guys are. I'm assuming that's going to be a Nasus top lane. No, that's Lunar on Nasus, sorry, he's the jungler. So he'll be Nasus jungle, and we have Maddie, top lane Diana.
Oh yes, I love a top lane Diana, man. I love Diana, full stop. So I am having a sub. This could be their first loss of this season. So far they've won 4 out of the 4 games that they have actually played. So we'll see how they go with this sub in here, Valente. And for against X5, I'm pretty sure that's their standard lineup.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the Exile 5 Lunar team, but I'm pretty familiar with Team Immunity, and it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out without Raydeer. He did he does carry a lot of their games. Of course, playing in the last match I saw them, he actually went, I think it was about 15-2 against Drop Bears, correct me if I'm wrong there. But he is definitely going to be very much missed. So I'm not sure where he is tonight, but he'll be here in spirit, of course.
Yeah, Raydeer getting lots of love in the chat for sure. Just apologies, guys, for the start of the stream getting a bit laggy, but hopefully I think everybody seems to be fairly happy with the stream now, and yeah, so it should be all good at the lower quality. If you are having issues with the stream, guys, there's a few things you can do to help us out with that. You can follow us on the channel down below, and you can also report the stream lagging. So that way Twitch get a heap of messages saying that our stream is not performing to the quality of the viewers, and they'll look to our channel, hopefully give us a few more resources there. Alright, so looking at the skins, we've got Battlecast Prime Cho'Gath. I love that skin. A Full Metal Jace. And that's about it. Oh, Arcade Sona, of course, a really good skin as well. So what are you thinking for level 1 power? Valente, do you think that there's going to be any invades? What is your opinion on that?
I'm expecting a pretty standard start in this game, pretty defensive. So we've got Zac in the jungle for X5. So it's going to be interesting to see how that one works out. And of course the Nasus jungle on the other side for Immunity. I mean, both teams have the potential to do some early invades, but they also have 2 champions that really want to get that first jungle clear before they get really aggressive. So we'll see what they do. They may decide to go for that really aggressive invade, but I'm expecting a pretty standard start of this game.
Speaking of aggressiveness, man, Sona Ignite. Now, I know you covered a game where IM did this strategy in their bot lane as well. You want to share with the guys how that went?
Yeah, well, the way that went is Sona getting 3 or 4 Ignite kills with that last tick, because their AD carry typically runs barrier, as you can see, Venom running that, and so they're pretty comfortable using the barrier as the defensive summoner spell and then going for the Ignite, and it's pretty rare that I see them running out exhaust at all, so they're not too worried about the Draven damage. I mean, of course he does have cleanse to get out of the exhaust anyway, so maybe that's the logic behind that one there, just nullifying the cleanse.
As our first pause of the game comes out, what kind of professional match would this be without pauses? Hopefully it won't be too long on that one. And yeah, as you said, I love this. This is Australian meta at its finest. I don't think I've ever seen that in any leagues. I don't know. I don't watch any Korean stuff or Europe or anything like that. You haven't seen that around, have you, Valenti?
Back in Season 2, a lot of the European players did have the exhaust running on the AD carry and the ignite on the support. But of course, barrier is a relatively new summoner spell, so it's really yet to be messed around with too much with the barriers. Typically just a barrier and then the exhaust on the cleanse, but you see it every now and then. But yeah, this is the first team that I know of to really use the ignite on the support to real prominence with the barrier.
Yeah, I am loving seeing things, chopping things up and changing, getting rid of the standard metas of your exhaust and barrier, as it seems to be the way it goes, as everybody heads into a pretty much defensive stance. We do see Thresh go on top lane. Could we see a lane swap?
Just
maybe
throwing a ward down there, Thresh. He's going to ward the blue, and they X5 are going to head down, and there are pings going out, so they might be looking for an invade here on the blue buff.
Yeah, Sona and Anivia just poking around. All team members for Exile 5 now, and going to be heading towards that bottom brush. And let's see if they catch anyone. I don't think anyone is going to go poke their head around, but maybe Varus will spot them heading towards the next brush in the bottom river there.
Yeah, so X5, they are going to go for an invade. Thresh going to lead the charge. He could get the hook here. There's the speed up as well. There blows the flash by Venom. And that's an early summoner spell blown there. They're going to put their bot lane at a huge disadvantage for the next couple of minutes. And they are going to secure this blue. Or they might just back off. Okay, so it looks like X5 are just going to back away into their own jungle again. Happy blowing that flash there on Venom, and Zach is going to start here at the reds and head over to the red buff, I would expect.
Still with you, Anya. We're very quiet there.
Yeah, sorry,
I
was talking away. Yeah, sorry guys, I just had an issue there with my mic. Sorry, I am now...
Yeah, I thought you were talking and I couldn't hear it, so I stayed quiet.
My bad, guys. I will try and fix it up. Yeah, so they did end up going for that blue invade there, and they did secure it, I believe. Who's got... Zach does have that blue? Yes, he does. So, nice little
so
pick up there.
They did go for the delayed invade. Bit of an awkward silence there. So, thanks, mate.
Yeah, my bad. I'm just having some issues. I got my new microphone, and I am derping up hard. As Sona is already pretty low. It looks like they've done a few trades back and forth here down the bot lane, and Sona is fairly low at the moment. Draven being so strong, and then here we go in the chat, just catching up. And yeah, sorry about that, guys. The microphone being muted there.
Yeah, so both supports taking a whole bunch of damage. Takahashi actually getting pretty low, so that's Takishi getting pretty low there. The ward actually not even in the bush, but they're going to pick up some gold there from that Sona ward. That bot lane, I'm expecting a kill to go down pretty shortly. Both supports getting very low.
Yeah, all it's going to take is a Thresh hook, and that will probably be the end of Sona or Varus. As Thresh throws out a hook, he does grab onto Sona. Sona has taken heaps of damage. She's fallen so low. There's first blood to Draven. Draven's also taken mountains of damage. He pops out the barrier and survives that one. And yeah, they're both going to walk away fairly easily.
Yeah, Venom did try and get the counter kill there, but there was just too many minions on the blue side. There was just a huge creep wave. Got a bit of a block there, and if he went in for that, the minions would have cleaned him up. As you see, Jace in the top lane looking for a dive potentially, decides to back off.
Exile 5, yeah, looking very aggressive early on, trying to get the snowball happening, I guess, putting the pressure on.
Down goes Venom, then he's got dropped.
He did, he must have got grabbed by Thresh.
2-0 Draven. Not looking good for Immunity so far.
Alright, Nasus has popped off his Ghost. A stun comes down onto Cho'Gath in mid lane there. Anivia doing heaps of damage onto Cho'Gath. He is withered, he is slowing down, but I don't think he's going to die. Chugs that health pot and survives.
Yeah, there was a nice rupture there by Jack attack there on Cho'Gath. It's unfortunate that Nasus isn't running Flash. He could have actually flashed over that and kept getting the red buff slow. But really well played there by Jack attack.
Yeah, it was really nice to avoid that gank. That Wither Man can be so devastating. Top lane though, Diana is really, really low. She has taken heaps of harass from Jace, and that's kind of expected. I would have thought that Immunity would have maybe swapped top and bottom on this one to try and shut down Jace, or maybe they were expecting Exile 5 to do a lane swap on them themselves, and it hasn't quite worked out.
If they went for that lane swap, it would still put them at a disadvantage. Jace is one of the strongest 2v1 champions in the game with his long range farming ability. So it would really just not benefit them at all.
There we go, Nasus is going to come in, try and get a gank off. And nope, as we see, Heaven's in the middle, he's taking heaps of damage. Zac is pounding down. He's taken also heaps of damage from the tower, but his passive does go off.
He might be able to pick up if he can get those little the little blobs there. Nope, Scream's just going to walk away.
Up in the top lane, Jace does get a kill onto Diana. That is a good 2v1, as you were saying. The Ignite's ticking away onto Pitzus, but he just walks away with a slither of health.
Yeah, so that was a really close, really action-packed couple of seconds there, both mid and top lane. You saw Jace using the red potion that actually saved his life there. He would have died if he did not have that item. As you can see him, he actually bought Hex Drinker outright.
Yeah, that's going to really help him, especially since when Diana hits 6, she can just dive in and do a massive amount of burst. And Zac is just going to go up there in top lane and free farm a little bit while no one's in lane.
Definitely a smart buy there on the Jace. With 2 AP solo lanes, that Hex Drinker is going to come in handy a fair bit throughout this game. And it wouldn't surprise me if I saw him go for even a Wit's End or something like that, or a Runic Bulwark as well for the Magic Resist. So we'll see how Jace builds this game. So he might go for that defensive Jace, or he could go for that full out, I'm going to poke you down and kill you Jace.
Yeah, that's it. Alright, Diana and Zac just poking each other around top lane. Diana's not doing too well at the moment. She's not quite level 6. She needs to get up there and get that experience, but the lane is just pushed too much, and Pitzus knows that she doesn't want to come out, so he is freezing that lane.
And you just saw the bottom. Can't quite see it now because Sona's healed herself back up, but she actually got hooked by Thresh, and she got dropped to a 3rd health in about 2 seconds. So if she gets hooked again, it might be the end of Sona, especially once Draven and Thresh hit level 6. It's going to be a really scary lane for Team Immunity.
Yeah, that's it. And Anivia now at level 7. She's just got her ultimate. She hasn't gone back and bought yet, so she hasn't picked up a tier. Start farming that up. Pink's coming out around blue buff. They know, Zac knows blue buff is up. Scream is there. Is he going to try and steal this one? He
just walks right into the bush.
Yeah, just goes straight up ham, and the ultimate coming out onto Lunar. Lunar goes into the safety of Sona. An ultimate from Draven hits all 3 members of Team Immunity, but doesn't happen to pick up a kill. And there is 4 members of Exile 5 poking around this dragon.
Not sure if he looked away there or was just really confident, but he walked right past. It looked like he was.
Oh, there we go. Nice hook by Thresh. He gets it onto Varus. Varus didn't take that much damage then. A nice little bit of healing from Sona saved his life, I reckon. And he would have pressed on.
Oh, nice damage at the top lane. Pixel going to dive down, and that's a quick kill for Jace. And that's a 2-0 Jace now. It's really not looking good for Intel. This could be their first loss in this ladder.
Yeah, I think Exile 5 know that you know, the sub in there is pushing a little bit of pressure, and they're trying to keep that momentum up. You know, they know that they don't have their regular roster, so they're going to get that early game advantage and try and push it from there.
And that's not to take anything away from Swiper or Venom. Both really good players, but Venom, of course, is the support player for IM and not traditionally the AD carry. So he's a lot more comfortable on Sona, I would imagine. So He's feeling a little bit out of place in this game. So far, despite the 2 kills on Draven, he's doing quite well. He's kept up in farm, only 4 CS behind, and with that double Dorans as well for the added sustain and the extra little bit of tankiness that you like in the bot lane. As you can see, Jace looking for, sorry, that's Nasus looking for an evade on the blue buff there.
Yeah, but there are a lot of members for Exile 5 around. Wither does go down onto Cho'Gath. Ultimate there, burning out from Anivia. He flashes over Anivia's wall, but he will survive. Ignite is ticking away. He's taking a fair bit of damage. Zac is going to fly over the wall and knock up Lunar. He's taken more damage from the tower. He does get knocked up by Cho'Gath as well. There's so many people so low right now. Anivia still has her egg up as well. She's looking for a tower dive, but she is completely out of mana. So a nice little fight there. No one actually died.
That could have been ugly if Jack Attack had his feast up, but he did already use it, so he could have took the Nom down onto Lunar and possibly got a quick kill there. But it was fortunate for them that it was not available. So a nice little exchange. In the bot lane, you see the box going down onto Swiper. Quante getting ignited. There's the cleanse and the flash blown. No kills. The whirling death goes out and misses. Oh, misses the second time around. And both bot lanes are going to head back. As you see, Jack Attack getting caught out in the mid lane, does not have flash available. The Wither's going to go down. The Siphoning Strike's going to hit down as well. The red buff ticking away. Heaven's out of mana, but they should be able to pick this one up. No, they're not going to get it. There's the flash over. The auto attack, they will get it. A nice flash by Heavens. And they're still going to chase down onto Zac. There's the flash burn. The Wither going down onto Scream now. And there should be a kill. His passive is available, though. They might not be able to get all 4. One of them is just a little bit out of range. No, they're not going to get that kill. But the passive, with that huge cooldown, is going to be burned. And a nice exchange there for Intel. That's going to catch them up quite a bit there.
Well, that was almost a really bad choice for Nasus and Anivia. If only Thresh, was a little bit quicker. Has he got his boots? I don't think he... No, he hasn't got any boots. So maybe some boots would have changed the situation there. He could have flashed in and possibly got that hook, man. It was like literally 2 pixels away. It was bugger all. Missing the hook onto, I think it was Anivia. That would have been the end for that, and maybe they would have caught up a bit. Darius would have obviously got a little bit more of a farm from getting a few kills there. He is 2-0 though. Sorry, Draven, my bad.
Don't ever confuse Draven with anyone. This is the League of Draven.
The League of Draven, my bad. Alright,
best champion in the game.
Yeah, a lot of resources spent to try and get that 1 kill. It's the first kill immunity's got, man. They went all the way into the other team's jungle. They flashed over the bloody wall. They used everything they could to try and get that only 1 kill. So I feel like that was a bad trade, in my opinion. They only ended up with 1 kill out of all that.
It did give them a bit of a gap closer in terms of the gold situation. But you're right, they did blow a lot of summoners just for that 1 kill. But at the same time, it's still worth it. Just for the kill, you get the kill in the mid laner and the assist for the jungler. So I still go by the fact that it was worth it, and they did blow some summoners on. They blew the flash on the Thresh as well, so that's going to put them at a bit of a disadvantage. So overall, I think it worked out pretty well for immunity, but at the same time, they're still looking not weak, but they're not in a good place at the moment. As Jace goes in for a dive, gets the kill, and he will flash out. The Ignite's going to tick down though, and he will just survive with less than 100 health. That's about 50 HP, and that is a 3-0 Jace now. And I've yet to see any jungle pressure in that top lane, so he's going to be looking scary.
Alright, down bot lane there, everyone's sticking around blue. Yeah, Nasus hasn't really spent much time up there top lane trying to pressure Jace, who is just pretty much free farming.
I don't think I've seen him up there at all. I would say zero time spent there.
Yeah, too much is going on. He's got a big job on his hands.
Too much going on down in the mid lane, zero.
Yeah, that's it. As Jace is still looking, man, he's still on less than 200 HP, and no one is even doing it.
You see a big fight going down. The boss goes down. Swiper's going to get dropped down by Quantic. Lunar's getting in there. The Wither goes down to Quantic. Does not have flash available. He will get dropped. Venom getting really low, trying to cut around. That's a double kill for Zac. Lunar's going to have to back out now. The Wither will go down. Takeshi and Scream both getting in there. There's the fling back. Scream wasn't ready. He looked to back away. And there's a whole bunch of high cooldown ultimates blown down in the bot lane.
For
and
sure,
a nice trade.
Yeah, nice trade for um, Exile 5. I think they only one kill. You know, like both carries did end up dying. I mean, that's pretty fair trade in the end. Lunar's is going to farm up bot lane. He really needs to go up and help Diana, man. He needs to head back and deal with this Jace, who is snowballing fairly well right now. He picked up a BF sword, and he's got 97 CS as opposed to Diana's 70. So he's
the problem in this situation is both the bot lane is losing as well as the top lane, and it's gone to that point where Jace is now 3-0, has a BF sword as well as over 100 CS, and he can dive Diana, you know, once he's poked her down enough. And it's gotten to the point now that it's too late to gank him. If they ganked him now, he would just use his acceleration gate and get away, and probably kill Nasus, to be honest.
Yeah, Nasus is not doing so well. 0-0-2. He's got 63 CS. You know, 2 assists. He's just not doing as well as Zac is at the moment. A little bit ahead in CS with 2 kills. And, you know, now down bot lane, you know, it's pretty much standard back to farming. We do finally see Nasus head up there.
Yeah, to correct myself from earlier, he was actually up there for one gank pretty early on, but they didn't manage to... that was when Jace actually killed Diana and Nasus tried to pick up the scraps. But they are looking for a gank in the top lane, again with Lunar sitting in the bush there. But I don't think Pisces is going to bite on this one, and Scream is there as well. This could be a counter gank.
Yeah, 2v2 here. Scream taking a amount of damage there from Nasus. Nasus has popped his ulti, and the Wither is going down onto Jace. Now Scream very low. Is his passive up? His passive is up, and Jace finally gets a kill onto Diana. She took so much damage. Will Nasus be able to stick around and eventually kill? And Scream does survive. He flashes out with bugger all health. That's really good work there. Nasus throws a Wither down onto Pistis. He's also doing so much damage right now, and he throws out his warp gate, gets a little bit of speed boost. Will they get a kill onto Lunar? Lunar does finally fall, hoping to get a bit of lifesteal from his cycle, but unfortunately he did not get enough.
Yeah, that was a really close engage there. I thought Scream was a dead man for sure, but a really good reaction time, flashing straight out away from Nasus. And I just realised I'm being a bit dyslexic at the moment. I was calling him Pixel, but it's Pisces. I can't read today.
Pitches or whatever. I don't know how you would say it. Would say Pitches or Pisces.
I'm gonna go with Pisces.
There's a T in there somewhere. Gotta say the T. Really strange.
Oh, no,
15 minutes.
Oh man, I'm terrible today. I can't read.
Yeah, the flu affecting your head.
It really is.
Yeah, no dragon fights or even attempts at this stage. Even though, you know, I guess maybe it's been the fairly close trades bot lane that no one really wants to go near that dragon just yet. But man, Exile 5 are looking really good right now. They are 10-2. There's no towers fallen. This is a pretty slow game. In you know, usually there's a tower.
There's a hook onto Sona
Thresh,
in the bot lane.
does get a hook onto Sona. Sona's ultimate down onto Quantic. He gets stunned, but Thresh is around the middle, dishing out a little bit of annoying damage. Raven misses his whirling blades, and I think they're just going to get away with this one. He does fall. Yeah, he didn't, you know, just
did not
went in
have
too
flash
deep.
available for exhaust. So he was completely caught out there.
That's right, and I don't know how this. I guess, you know, Sona and Varus with the ignite down there on Sona is working out okay for them. It's not doing as well as it did last game for him, that's for sure. As Nasus is mid lane, he trying to take down this attack, and Jace gets a kill.
6-0 on Jace. That was a power dive there by Scream and Pitsis. Oh, this is terrible. I can't see the T. This flu really is affecting my head. As you see, immunity is going to counter with the first dragon of the game at 18 minutes 20-ish. So a fairly late dragon, but X5 might be able to get this inner turret here.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad trade. Dragon for second tier top turret and possibly a mid turret. No, Jack Attack though is so huge right now. How many stacks has he got there? He's got 6 stacks, so he's a fully stacked Cho'Gath right now, and he's doing alright actually. He is 0-1.
Note that he actually rushed the Rylai's Crystal Scepter, so that's an interesting build choice. It does the slow does proc on his Vorpal Spikes, and of course his the knock up and the silence. But it's an interesting first buy, in my opinion. So he could have gone for that possibly Rod of Ages pick, or even a straight death cap for the mid lane.
Yeah, I guess he's only up, he's up against Anivia. She's fairly squishy, so if they did happen to come in a 1v1 trade, I think that Cho'Gath would be better off. That is for sure. He's also got a Philo Stone. He must have picked it up fairly early, so that's also...
Yeah, just for the extra gold generation and the mana regen, because he didn't go for Dorans or anything, so the gold and the mana regen in the mid lane. So a good decision there, a good buy by Cho'Gath there.
Yeah, unfortunately, Diana not doing very well. I think that they anticipated a lane swap, which should maybe have been the choice for that Diana, which didn't happen, and they didn't answer by lane swapping either. So it's really proven fairly bad choice for Immunity to have Jace versus Diana top lane, seeing as Jace is doing so well right now. He was a 6-0 as you said before, so many kills. He's got himself a BF sword, a Vampiric Scepter, and a Tear, as well as a Hex Drinker. So he can't really get dived by Diana or Anivia. Those guys are going to be aiming somewhere else.
It's getting to that point now where Jace will start roaming around and likely to pick up the mid tower as well. And of course, as we mentioned, he is now 6-0, so this is a pretty scary situation for Immunity.
Oh, a nice little
getting into an engagement. And now a 3v1 engage in the enemy jungle there for Jace, and he's gonna get dropped down, and he will get dropped. That's a shutdown for Diana, a well-needed gold there as well. And now Jack Attack is gonna get chased down. The Wither's coming out. Does have flash if he needs it, but he will not need to use that one. And in the bot lane as well, a nice engagement. You saw the double kill go down, and that's a turret as well for X5. So, again, Immunity making plays in the top lane, but X5 countering in the bot lane.
Yeah, they're pushing up on that second tier turret. Jack Attack flashes out of there. He is in trouble. He's got a Wither going down. He's falling heat very low, and a nice pickup for Anivia onto Cho'Gath. Maddie is taking a bit of damage from Ignite, but they do get that second tier inhibitor. Second tier turret bot lane as Takeshi is being. Will he get away or will he get caught? No, everyone's pretty safe over there bot lane. And yeah, so a trade, second tier turret in bot lane for a first tier turret mid lane. It's not looking good for Immunity, man. 13 to 5 kills for Exile 5, 4 towers to 1 in favour of Exile 5.
There was a really interesting series of events there. You saw the Jace shutdown, which is 500 gold for Diana, and of course the double kill down bottom for X5. So X5 ended up getting 2 turrets, an outer and an inner, along with 2 kills, and Immunity ended up getting 2 kills and 1 turret. So, and with of course the shutdown bonus as well. So it was kind of an even trade there, despite the loss of an extra tower. But as you mentioned, Immunity in a pretty bad spot as it goes. If of course Scream can keep diving when he's got his passive up as well, it's going to make it really difficult for Immunity to hold towers, even with an Anivia.
Yeah, I am in a situation where even trades just are not even trades. Like it's not good enough. They need a trade where they come out on top by a significant amount before they can start bringing this game back to their favour. So an even trade is still a loss for IM at this stage of the game. As pings and stuff coming out for Dragon, there is a pink ward there.
Gold lead is slowly creeping up on them as we see an engagement. Lunar just jumping straight in. The Zac ult goes out. Maddie getting pretty low. They want to take down that Jace. She's going to knock away Diana. Lunar's still in there. He wants to take down Jace. Jace is just going to kite around. We'll get dropped by the Anivia ultimate there. So Heavens is going to chase down Jack Attack. Maddie, the assassination, gets Zac, and that's a shutdown as well. As you see, Draven and Varus looking to go head-to-head down in the bottom lane here as Jack Attack gets dropped. And Varus, with a huge advantage, will get that kill as Nasus shows up as well. And Nasus will get dropped as well. And that's a kill for Takeshi onto Lunar. So that's a 3-for-2 exchange there in the favour of Team Immunity. And they will be pinging the blue buff there as well.
Yeah, they're looking to steal a blue buff. But I think, Quantic picked up 2 kills there on Draven. Varus didn't pick up any kills. It was a nice play by Thresh in the back. He happened to grab onto Heavens and try and zone him out a little bit. But unfortunately, man, Nasus and who else was in there? I think Sona. Sona actually missing her ulti. Yeah, they did a
Yeah.
fair bit of damage down to Cho'Gath as well as
That
Jace.
fight was just really spread out. You saw, towards the end there was, Cho'Gath and Anivia up the top of the jungle, up the top of the river, and then there was Draven and Varus on the other side of the river, in a duel. So just a really spread out fight there.
Yeah, that's it. There's so many wards down. There's even wards on top of wards for the same team. Lots of vision.
Because why not?
Because why not? Wards on wards. That's how we roll. It's immunity. All right, everyone's pinging out Dragon. They're going to try and head down there. There is plenty of vision for immunity. Exile 5 could be in a bit of trouble here. They do know what's happening. Who's going to get there first? All 5 team members, yeah, look like they are around Dragon for Exile 5. Immunity looking to hopefully defend this one. We'll just have to see how it goes.
They could really use this Dragon, but I think it's going to happen. Nope. And it's going to be Dragon to X5, but they are going to look for an engagement. Here's immunity. Nasus just going to jump straight in there looking for the Jace. Thresh taking a bit of damage. Jack Attack taking a heaps of damage from Venom. As you see, Zac getting dropped up in the top of the fight there. Takeshi is going to get the box down. Looking to escape here though, and he is going to get dropped by the Varus. That's a double kill to Varus. And Pertsis is still hanging around. I still can't get the name right.
Yeah, Bits is doing so much damage. Draven actually happened to zone out both Anivia and Sona in that team fight, so there was really no... There we go, Diana does dive onto Jace. I can't even say things right at the moment either.
Yeah, I'm going to stop saying his name. I'm just going to call him Jace from now on. I'm embarrassing myself.
Yeah, Draven gets a turret mid lane, and it looks like Nasus, Varus and Diana are looking to push this second tier turret. Maybe not. They're going to back out of that one. Draven is still pounding down on that second tier turret for mid lane. Sona's not going to be able to do much here, and they're going to get that one fairly free. And as Diana and Varus head back, Nasus is trying to steal red. He's going to get caught out though.
And there's a pause. And the funny thing is, I was just about to say how that fight is slowly creeping Team Immunity back into the game, but then Draven got the tower, and then that just extends the gold lead again.
That's it. For those of you just joining us, my name is Menace. I'm joined here by Valente. We are covering the Cybergamer Invite League for Professional League of Legends. Tonight we are covering IM versus Team Exile 5. I am currently number 1 on the ladder, so
currently undefeated as well.
Yeah, this will be quite an
undefeated
upset.
IM.
Undefeated IM. Be an upset if Exile 5 Lunar end up winning this one, and it looks like they're doing a pretty good job so far. A Baron could turn this game around though.
In my mind, Team Immunity are the favourites, and so it's surprising to me that X5 are in the lead at the moment, and they've been in the lead the entire game. So for me, that's pretty surprising. So they might hand Immunity their first loss of the ladder, and which is going to be really disappointing, because if I was undefeated, I'd be bragging about that like every day. I'd introduce myself, the undefeated, undisputed Valente.
Too much wrestling for Valente. No, that's right. But there's also so much more pressure being number 1. You've got, you got all these guys looking to knock you off your pedestal, man. Exile 5 being one of them, doing a pretty good job right now. You're going to come down pretty low. Who knows? Immunity, man. This could be, send them on tilt. Who knows? I really like the plays that Exile 5 are pulling out at the moment. Their picks, their team, in my opinion, is pretty solid, man. Cho'Gath is such a solid pick. I think he's just such a well-rounded champion. Can do anything. He can go anywhere, except obviously bot lane. And
I've seen a few support Cho'Gaths in my day.
Yeah, solo
it can work. Not that well, but it can work.
I saw ADC Heimerdinger last night. Doesn't make it a good pick though.
No, man. Hey, Critical that's where it's at. That's sleeper OP, Critical.
I think he's got the lowest attack speed in the game at level 1, does he not?
Don't look at the numbers, just look at the results.
The results. Alright, hopefully we won't be too far away from this second pause of the game. Unfortunately, Thresh happened to disconnect, so he should be back very soon.
Yeah, I think they said some sort of electrical surge. So, hopefully that gets sorted out. We'll take this opportunity to do a quick rundown of the items, I think. Yeah. I'll let you take it away, Menace.
I'm not very good with items. No.
I'll do it.
No, go for it, man.
No, I got this.
You got this.
Alright, so just the contrasted items on the 80 carries to start with. You see Draven with a completed Phantom Dancer and a Bloodthirster. with the pickaxe as well, in comparison to Varus with the completed Infinity Edge, which of course is a pretty expensive buy. Costs a lot more than the Bloodthirster, and the Static Shiv as well for a bit of extra wave clear, so that's always nice. The supports, won't really look too much into that. The only big difference there is Thresh with the Aegis of the Legion, so that's of course gives a pretty big advantage on the side of Thresh, and in the mid lane the 0-4 Cho'Gath with the Rylai's and the Haunting Guys. So it looks like he's going to go for that standard Rylai's Liandry's build, which of course gives the extra damage on any disabled opponents with the passive from Liandry's. And the Anivia with a Death Cap completed, a Rod of Ages completed, and the Tear of the Goddess going for that Archangel stuff. And the two junglers, we have Zac with a Spirit Visage and the Spirit of the Spectral Wraith, with Nasus with going for the Aegis. And well, I'll say Spirit Stone, not really a big item, but the Aegis is the real big item, and it looks like he's going for that Runic Bulwark with a null magic mana in there as well. Diana rushing that Zhonya's Hourglass, so definitely a good choice there with that Jace, and of course Jace with the Hex Drinker, the Bloodthirster, and almost completing his Mana Mune. And when he gets that, you know stuff's going down. He's gonna be having a field day on Team Immunity.
Yeah, he'll be able to poke right at the back of their back line of Sona and Varus, who are quite squishy right now. And you know, the Aegis of the Legion being on Nasus means that, you know, in a team fight you could possibly see Sona and Varus not having that extra magic resist as well as armor, and it could play a bit of a role within the poking composition of a bit of Draven and Jace there. So it won't be too long, guys, before we are back. I'd just like a big shout out to our sponsors. Well, the sponsors of the CGI ladder.
Of course.
Yeah, Ben, Q, M-Wave, and OCZ. So a big thank you to those guys. None of this would be happening without them, and we would not be able to cover these matches for you. Make sure you do hit that follow button down below, because here at Team Down TV, we plan on covering as much Cyber Gamer Ladder as humanly possible. You know, with the resources we've got at the moment, we are looking at streaming 2 to 4 times a week, minimum of 2. So this is our first of second game this week, or within the next few days. We are covering a match on Sunday. So make sure you check out the Cybergamer website for the shoutcast that we are covering. Keep an eye on Facebook, Reddit, and you know, all those other places to make sure you come and join us on Sunday night. And I think it might just be you and I again, Valente. I'm not sure. My boy Shiggy or one of the other newcasters, which we are looking at.
Not sure yet.
Yeah, no, not too sure yet on that one.
No, yeah, big ups to the sponsors, and of course Cybergamer for doing the ladder. Just having a competitive ladder in Australia is just a really big thing that people tend to underestimate. Yeah,
Australian League Legends is on the up, guys. Make sure you share.
On the rise.
Yeah, on the rise. RYZE, that is. And, yes, lol jokes.
I'll allow that.
Thank you.
Yeah, actually, no, that was my pun. That was just an unintended one.
Yeah, best unintended pun in the world. So yeah, you know, Australian League Legends is on the up. You guys have heard the news about the servers coming soon. It won't be long before we get our own Oceanic server.
And of course the Riot Sydney office as well. That's pretty big.
Very big news is, yeah, the Riot office. I'd love to, you know, get a job there. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, no, I'll go and work in the cafeteria or something. I don't know.
Yeah, get the knee pads out, I think. All right, won't be too long.
Do we know what this timeout's for? Who dropped? Who has dropped?
Thresh did drop due to a
electrical surge, I believe. So.
Oh, okay.
He may have died apparently of the electrical shock. So we'll see how long it takes him to jump back in.
Yeah, that's it. All right. So what do you reckon Draven's going to be picking up from that pickaxe? What do you think his next item will be?
I'm expecting an Infinity Edge because it really complements his passive, which gives the additional bleed on every critical strike. But he could also go for the early Last Whisper as well. But regardless, I think he'll be getting both those items, so it really depends on which one he'll be getting first.
Oh, it depends how long the game goes as well. At this stage, I think
Exactly.
Exile 5 are on a pretty big roll. Snowballing Jace is doing so well. For Dominion, true. Yeah, these guys are keen for the match to get underway. It won't be long at all. So yeah, like Bloodthirst fully stacked onto Draven, giving him an extra 100 attack damage and plus 18% lifesteal over Varus, who currently doesn't have that much in the way of attack damage. He's got 70 from his Infinity Edge, but apart from that, he's only got a plus 20 from the two Doran's Blades. So, Draven fairly in front here, even though he's behind on CS, only by 15. That's not really much at this stage of the game. But all round, all CS is ahead for Team Exile 5. The gold lead up there at around just 4.8k. They're doing pretty well to keep that ahead. 6 to 2 towers, but what do you think, Valente, what do you think that IM need to do right now to get themselves ahead and get themselves back in the game?
Well, the way they're going now, if they can stop trading towers in team fights and stop losing towers after team fights, I should say, then I think they'll be in a pretty good spot. Of course, they do have Nasus, he scales to infinity and beyond. So the longer the game goes, the more advantage they're going to have. Of course, with the Nivea as well, who scales really well late game, and Diana, who once she's got some real items that's not Zonya's, she's going to be scaling pretty well. Also, and you look at X5, they got Draven, who's more of a mid-game AD carry. His late game's pretty good, but it finds he'll probably get in a bit too close, and he'll get withered by Nasus, who'll just run straight in. Of course, Jace, he's got the high poke and all that, but again, they have Diana and Nasus, Nivea. They got all this potential to get in there and just kill him because he's going to be squishy. So it really depends how well they play out these mid-game fights and if they can survive and then just make it to those late-game fights.
Yeah, you do. If Nasus, Diana do end up getting, past the front line to the back to try and get the kill on Draven, you've got Jace still there, going to be pounding away on Immunity's backline, on Sona and Varus, which, they're hoping is going to be their main damage dealers in that late game. So it's not looking good.
That's the only issue there with that, of course, with Jace. They have the double AD carry, essentially. So you've got two high priority targets you need to take out instead of just one. So that makes it a bit more difficult. I've noticed Nasus withering onto Jace straight away in the fight. So they've got their priorities right. They just need... honestly, I think they just need to stall and just let Nasus get to that really beast stage. I mean, he's already doing a great job getting in there. 0, 2, and 10, the most assists in the game. Just imagine how annoying he's going to be, once he has the Iceborne Gauntlet or, the Locket of the Iron Solari. He's going to be a real monster the longer this game goes.
Yeah, but he hasn't even started either of those items, man. He's just gone straight for that Runic Bulwark.
Oh yeah, and that's a really good item as well. Don't get me wrong on the Runic Bulwark. Perfect first item for Nasus.
Yeah, but like you said, he's really not doing much damage. He's not going to do damage until later on. I think the boat has sailed for Lunar, in my opinion, and he's just too far behind. He hasn't spent, he spent a fair bit of time bot lane trying to counter gank and help out and defend that tower, which is unfortunate loss for Venom and Swiper, who are not playing in their most comfortable positions right now. Exile 5 putting the pressure on, knowing that it's going to affect the whole sub in immunity has affected on this game, I believe.
Well, the champions themselves, aside from Diana, aren't really that far behind. It's mainly the tower kills that are hurting them, and of course the last few dragon fights. But the champions themselves, aren't far behind. I mean, look at the farm. Nivea's out farming Cho'Gath, Varus is out farming Draven, Nasus is on par with Zac. So it's not necessarily them being too far behind. It's just the fact that X5 have taken the advantage of taking all the towers outside of the base in prior or after the fights. So that's where the real problem lies. And I think now that they've lost all these towers, that problem's kind of gone away because X5 are forced to go into the base and take an inhibitor turret, which is a bit more difficult. As you see, I think we're about to reconnect.
Yeah, Takeshi looks like he has fixed up the problem in his castle. If anyone watches Takeshi's Castle, I love that show. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's a
I have
great
not.
show. No, it's a weird Japanese game show. It's aired in Australia for some weird reason. Please, let's get this game underway. What are they saying in chat? Seems like he should be okay. He's just checking. He has reconnected, but let's go. It looks like Scream from Exile 5 is saying, "Are you guys ready?" Wait, no. Yeah, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, guys. Finally back into the action for Team Immunity versus Exile 5 Lunar. Battle for first position on the CG invite ladder for the Australian League of Legends scene. And Immunity at the top, defending their position. Hopefully they can keep this one up, but at the moment they are down to Team Exile 5 Lunar, who have 16 kills to 11, and also favor in towers 6 to 2. So what do you think is next? Baron fight's coming?
Baron fights will come pretty soon. I'm expecting X5 to maybe group and try and push for either a Baron engagement or push for an inhibitor turret. At this current moment, I think Team Immunity have a pretty good team fight. So I think it's going to be really 50-50 with these fights. So it really depends how they play it out. There's no real clear advantage to either team in fights, I think, at this stage.
Yeah, there's poking their heads around Baron. Immunity just looking at maybe getting that first tier top tower.
Yeah, Immunity only has a bottom tower, so they really need to pick up, and the mid tower, sorry, they really need to pick up on those towers. They're 4 towers behind X5.
Yeah, and Diana dives in onto Cho'Gath. If she does take a heap of damage, the Ignite goes down. Jack attack is falling very low, and he does die to that Ignite. So well done by Diana, man. She has picked up a nice, needed kill.
Yeah, that was really good. I mean, we talked earlier about Diana being 0-4 or whatever she was, but Cho'Gath's actually 0-5 right now.
Yeah, he was doing all right though mid lane.
That was mostly just getting out of scary situations. He wasn't actually doing that much.
Yeah,
so that kind of caught up on him.
Exile 5 using all their cooldowns, an ulti from Draven to try and keep this tower alive. Wait until their Cho'Gath is back up. And Jace's wave clear is pretty strong as well in being 6-2. Although he hasn't got a kill in the last 2 deaths. So not doing so well in the last few team fights. Immunity could have what it takes, and Pitchus does get caught out. Ultimate from Anivia, he takes so much damage. Zac jumps in, he jumps on the ulti. People get knocked up everywhere, and he falls so quickly. And oh my god, double kill for Varus. He does a ton of damage onto Thresh. Draven in the back. Scream does eventually flash out. He didn't fall, sorry. And a Whirling Blades from Draven knocks everybody to the side, but Immunity are looking real healthy. There we go, there's the passive for Zac.
I love Zac's passive, it just looks cool. Oh, he died.
It is. Lunar taking a ton of damage.
Jack attack is taking there. Lunar might get dropped by the Ignite. Oh, the tower aggro to him as well. And Cho's going to get dropped by Venom there.
Will they get themselves an inhibitor turret here? It's going to be another 9-10 seconds before Jace is up. They're going to keep pressuring. They're going to go for the inhibitor. This is a bad choice. Jace is going to be up in 4 seconds. 1 second onto Thresh. What will Immunity do?
It would still be a 3v5. And so they're going to back out. And just like that, Team Immunity back in the game. Gold lead is no more. It's only 300 gold lead. 400 for X5. A really nice fight there.
Yeah, as Pitzus is trying to make up some revenge for that last team fight, but I think everyone's going to get away. If he had home guard, things would be different, man. I'm not sure why he didn't pick up home guard. Yeah, it is a good item.
I think boots in the game.
Yeah, Varus and Pitzus going to 1v1 here. Varus is doing a lot of damage. Barrier and Ignite come out, and Pitzus does get the kill, but he also dies. Thresh gets a nice hook onto Maddie. Maddie does a shield, and he chucks the Zhonya's in there. Whirling Blade comes out. Will he flash? He flashed over the wall. Very nice.
But where is he going to go now?
I don't think he's going to do very well.
Oh,
there we go.
No, he revealed himself. Now they know he's there. He could have
go for a
snuck into
suicide.
a bush.
Yeah, he's going to go for a suicide. Scream's coming in. He's going to get a kill.
Yeah, Scream's going to get this one.
Maybe not. He hasn't hit him just yet.
No! Scream!
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Zac just taunting him. He just goes in and suicides. Diana almost getting away on that one. Almost an execute. That would have been really funny to see.
That could have been interesting. But yeah, that was a shutdown as well, so that's 500 gold to Zac. Diana actually hadn't died in quite a while, since the laning phase, really.
But yeah, she's doing pretty well. She's sitting on 3k gold, man. She will be looking at maybe upgrading that Fiendish Codex. What do you think she'll buy next?
Not really sure. I mean, she's got the Fiendish Codex, so that could potentially be going towards a Nashor's Tooth. That would be my first guess. But other than that, I'm not sure. I know the Abyssal Scepter is going to go and buy that outright.
Ah, that's a nice pickup as well. I would have gone for Nash's Tooth. I love that item on Diana with her passive. Can do a ton of damage. Dragon going to fall fairly easily. Uncontested for immunity. They're clawing their way back in. We talked before about how what immunity need to do. They need to win trades. They need to get ahead. And they did in that last team fight. They traded very well, come out on top, and they've brought themselves back into this game. Clawed their way back in, as you said.
Yeah, Varus is looking pretty scary at the moment. He's well protected with Sona and Nasus behind him, or in front of him, I should say. And of course, it's really been what's really been a game changer in these fights is the Anivia wall. Heavens has been hitting those walls. Well, except for that one, he's been hitting those walls perfectly. He just kind of jinxed me there. But he's been hitting those walls almost perfectly this entire game, and just you know, walling to near perfection. I'm going to go with a 90% success rate because I just witnessed that wall.
Yeah, Anivia has so much control in the team fights, man. Her ulti
So much
can zone
zoning
people
potential.
out. Yeah, zoning potential, the wall as well as her ulti. And Lunar is going to get spotted by Takeshi.
Oh. Damn it, Heavens. I talked him up, and then he goes ahead and blows it.
Yeah, you've
Come
definitely
on, man. That was
him.
2 walls in a row. Yeah, I think I jinxed him. They're going to lose now.
Doesn't look very good for Exile 5. Immunity are still ahead, man. And, oh wow, what is Heavens doing? Heavens
Well, the box
is
is
really
going
deep
down.
by
There's the
himself.
wall. That will save him this time. He does not have egg available, I don't think. No, correct myself. He does have egg available. And there's a hook onto Sona. Sona's going to get dropped instantly. Zac jumps over. He's going to get the ult off. He's going to get dropped pretty low by Varus as well. The Zhonya's goes down by Maddie. He will get dropped. Venom just going to duel out with Draven. Draven always wins, fool. But he does get dropped by Varus eventually. And it's just Chase and Anivia, the only remaining members. Jace is going to maybe look for a sneaky kill here. Might be able to get that long-range snipe. She does have egg. If he gets that kill, he could finish her off. No, he's gonna. Oh, this is a Mexican standoff going on here. This is really intense. Get some lifesteal. Ooh.
So close. And Nivea's still got her egg, man. If Jace can't down her in time, it could be big trouble.
If he doesn't get the snipe, then he'll just get bursted. But it looks like he's just gonna go back and clear the minion waves there. Get a bit of lifesteal. It's not gonna help so much. But the wall will go down, and he's just going to let Heavens walk away, or fly away, I should say.
And no legs on Anivia. That iceberg just flies away with a blue buff as well, which she stole from Team Exile 5. So lots of pressure now onto Exile 5. As you see, the second tier bot lane taking a lot of damage from minions. That's like very low health. Only got 335 health, so it's not going to take much for them to push that one over. We are seeing wards coming out everywhere around Baron. These guys are looking at trying to pick a nice sneaky one up. But Sona keeps buying those oracles, man. She's dishing out the oracles.
Yeah, she loves those oracles. That's definitely a smart decision as well. Despite the fact she got dropped in about 1 second in that last fight. And he's actually going to walk past the ward there in Baron, just along the side. And they're going to miss that completely. So X5 do have vision in the Baron area. There's also one in that bush, which Sona will clear out in momentarily. And there's also a pink ward in the blue brush as well for X5. So
Anivia getting real aggressive onto Jace. Jace does get stunned from Anivia. Hook comes out from Thresh, but misses onto Heavens as Cho'Gath gets a knock up onto both Lunar and Maddie on Diana and Nasus. And pings for Baron, all the pings on Baron. I don't think that Exile 5 have any vision. Yeah, they do. They have a ward.
Yeah.
Nice sneaky
I just
ward
said
around
that.
the
Come on,
corner.
man. Come on, man.
My
Pay attention.
bad.
So they do have vision. Exile are going to come in, try and counter this Baron. Baron's getting dropped really fast. I don't think they can actually fight this. No, the smite goes down. Nasus picks that one up. Scream is in a bad spot. He's going to get dropped down very low. Sona Crescendo goes out. The box goes down. Varus ulti goes out as well. And Thresh was going to flash over. The Zonya's blown as well. Jace caught out. Might decide to go in on that one. No, he's just going to run away. Thread is going to get caught out by Nasus. No flash available. Maddie got to pick that one up. Draven got a recall as well. So that's 2 kills for nothing and a Baron for immunity. And looks like they're just going to go straight for the inhibitor. Lunar not giving it. God damn about that tower. And Lunar's looking really good. 20 assists on Lunar.
I think that might be game, man. They're looking at finishing this one up.
I think that's GG. They're going to get 1 inhibitor. This looks like 2 inhibitors. And one Nexus turret has been dropped ready. So they might be able to finish this one up. There's 10 seconds left on Cho'Gath respawn. But no, it looks like they're just going to back away.
Yeah, I think that that Nexus turret fell during the Baron fight, possibly.
I think you're right. As Maddie's going to get caught out, the Ignite going down, and he's going to get dropped down. Zach going to jump in. Jace getting really low. Nash going to pick up that kill. Now Lunar gets dropped down as well. And Nivea looking to finish off some kills onto Draven. Draven's going to survive. They're life still off those wolves. And Nivea's going to get dropped into egg form. Sona just going to say, nope, you're on your own. And she's going to walk away. And that's 2 kills there for 1 in favour of X5.
Yeah, well, X5 picking up the pieces, doing really well. Get rid of that Baron buff for Nasus,
Not
Nivea,
the smartest
and
place to recall there from Diana.
No, oh look, is he going to get caught? No, he's going after her. So close.
They've been really ballsy with those recalls. Immunity, is that confidence? Are they showing how confident they are in this game? I'm not sure. Maybe it's mind games.
They're mind games. Let X5 think they're going to win this one.
Yeah. Team Immunity just like masters of, just mind games. They're just they're gonna beat you, but they're gonna beat you, like in game and destroy your mind.
Alright, they're trying to get this inhibitor turret mid, but there's too many members for Immunity up right now.
Yeah, everyone respawning on Immunity.
Yeah, they're going to back out on that one, going to head straight to the drag, and also try and steal a bit of blue buff there. Zach does pick it up. He uses his smite, so smite not available for Zach, which could be pretty crucial in the next game.
They could have done the dragon on their way out there. I'm not sure why they didn't.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. There is no wards from Immunity there. But Immunity going to take this one. And
yeah, so Immunity just going to get the dragon and extend their gold lead. Not sure why X5 didn't do the dragon there. They could have just done it really quick and then recalled.
Very true. So the only ones with the Baron buff we've got left are Sona and Varus. There's only just over a quarter of the Baron buff left on that one. They're going to look at getting this second tier bottom turret. Zach could be in trouble now. He just jumps away from that one. They're going to have to sacrifice this tower.
Thresh caught out a bit there. Oh, he's going to use the box. That's the ultimate blown by Thresh. Oh, that's a really big thing. He's actually going to die with that wall as well. Wow, Thresh just not having fun there.
Yeah, I don't think he realised how many members of Immunity were actually there. Some nice skill shots coming out. There we go. Scream goes in. He uses the ultimate.
Exile going to engage. And Scream just gets so low, he just gets cut around. He's going to have the passive available though. Jack attack gets stunned. There's the knock in from Maddie as well. As Draven has a Guardian Angel. He's going to get walled. There's a flash down. His GA is going to revive him, and Nasus just going to take the tower shots. And he's going to get dropped down as well. Jace might be able to get away. Oh, Varus with a whole bunch of damage. Might snipe him. No, not quite. And Pitsis is going to survive that. And this looks like Immunity are going to finish this game off.
Yeah, they're pretty low right now. Jace is poking away. Will he get it? No, there's too many minions there, man. I think this is GG.
Yep, this is GG.
Takes a lot of damage from Diana, but it also kills Diana. And there we go. GG for IM. Well played by Exile 5. Playing it very close. In the end, 28 to 29 kills. Victory for Team Immunity. Well played.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that team fight decision there of X5. They Thresh just died, and then they decided to engage 4v5 without any tower protection either. So they could have potentially waited it out a little bit longer, but in the end, I think it was only a matter of time.
Yeah, that's it. All right, guys, stay with us as we do get into the second game. This is a best of 3 tonight, so stick around. We're just going to play a bit of tunes in the background until we get into the second game.
listening to Poseidon Going Quantum. My Empty Lungs EP can be downloaded for free on my Facebook page, and my next EP will be out on Division Recordings in February, March. I hope you will enjoy this mix.
Welcome back, Summoners, to the Cyber Game League of Legends coverage, brought to you by Team Down TV, your #1 source of cyber gamer action. The League of Legends tournaments are sponsored by BenQ, M-Wave, and OCZ. This is Game 2, the battle for first position on the CG invite ladder. Team Immunity will defend their top position against Team Exile 5. Joining me here once again online is Valente.
Thank you, and Game 1 was intense, Menace.
So close, man. I can't believe IM came back from that. A couple of good team fights brought Immunity back up in line with the gold lead that Exile 5 pretty much dominated for most of that game.
Yeah, it was really a X5 dominated game for the most part until that one Baron fight where IM just turned the tables. They grabbed the inhibitor, and from there they just ran away with the game.
Very true. Top lane was pretty good in that previous game, but we are now into game 2. Team Immunity going to be over there on the blue side, and Team Exile 5 Lunar on the red side, or purple as it says in the client. We're just in delay time here, guys, so I'll quickly run through Immunity's team, and I'll get Valente to run through Exile 5's. Down in bot lane, we're going to have Thresh being played by Swiper, as well as Caitlyn being played by Venom. In the mid lane, we have Heavens again on Anivia. Didn't get banned out last game. From last game, so he picked that one up again, which is pretty good. He's also got Barrier, which I find interesting. We'll talk about that in a minute. Up in the top lane, we have Maddie on Renekton, and in the jungle, Lunar playing Nasus.
Well, I don't have it on my screen yet, so I'm going to let you run through the other team.
Oh, sorry, man. Make sure you join the game, because we should be able to get into it by now, man.
Can't
No
get
worries.
in it quite yet.
All right, no worries. Sorry about that, guys. Riot, client, too strong. A Team Exile 5 Lunar. We've got down in bot lane. Wait a minute, I haven't even looked at the team really. I think it's going to be Misfortune and Leona being played by Quantic and Takeshi in bot lane. I reckon mid, we're going to see Ezreal being played by Pitsis possibly. Jack Attack going to be up in that top lane. He was on Cho'Gath last time on Malphite. And in the jungle is a Criddlesticks, man. Unreal.
Yeah, I can tell that from the chat, but I'm just going to jump into the game now. You know what? I'm going to refresh my entire stream. But yeah, so it could be the infamous jungle Criddlesticks. Are we going to see it?
Be good. We were talking about it not long ago, but my full-on interest is focused on mid lane Ezreal, dude. What do you think? Mid lane Ezreal is probably going to be an AP Ezreal. What do you reckon?
Well, yes, you'd expect an AP Ezreal if you're going to send him mid. There is the off chance that he could be going AD against Anivia. It should be interesting. Ezreal will have the advantage early on, but once Anivia hits 6, then it's just going to turn into a farm fest.
Oh, look at that fiddlestick skin, dude.
Oh man, that's like super rare. That's like, if you had Pokemon cards, that would be like Charizard.
Charizard, OP as well. Just represent Union Jack Fiddlesticks. Throwing our flag out there for Australian League of Legends. here at Team Down TV, we are looking at promoting Australian League of Legends as much as possible. We're going to be looking at, bringing out 2 games a week covered by us here at Team Down TV on the Twitch channel. So make sure you hit that follow button down below. Also going to help out if you follow as well. The more followers we get, the better quality streams we can provide. We're trying very hard for Twitch partnership to get those more resources into our channel so that we can provide a good stream for you. All right, and so what else we got? We've got Deep Terror Thresh, my favorite skin. I love that recall animation.
It's the only skin. Of course, it's your favorite. Silly.
Yeah, well, of course. I'm talking about the entire game.
Okay, carry on.
Carry on. All right, let's talk about level 1 power, man. What do you think, Valente, about level 1 power?
Well, in this game, of course, Fiddlesticks needs to start with his drain in the jungle route, and he needs his first blue. So immunity could look to invade. They have the Thresh Hook. They have some Caitlyn traps for zoning. They have the Anivia stun if they need to. They have Renekton stun if he wants to take that as well. So immunity could get aggressive if they really want to, but expect X5 to be quite defensive.
We do see them ganging up around blue buff. Exile 5 did spot the pink going down, destroying that ward. I think that was an Explorer ward. No, it was... Yeah, it was. It was an Explorer ward. Did you see that?
That was an Explorer ward. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, a bit of a waste of a pink, but I guess it's, clearing out vision, making sure they don't know what's going on. It looks like IM are looking at pretty defensive start as well.
Yeah, it looks like Renekton and Nivea went up to the top side, so it looks like, yeah, they're just going to do a pretty standard start. And I haven't mentioned, it's Nasus and Renekton, the brothers of destruction.
Oh, they are too, against each other. No, they're not top lane.
Same team.
Oh, same team, they are too.
Yeah,
they are
teaming up, man. It's like tag team, top lane.
But I think they're actually enemies.
Well, yeah, they are, but don't ruin it. They're friends now.
They're friends now.
So we got another pause coming down as well.
Yeah, pauses as usual. People having issues. People asking why we don't use...
computer exploded again.
Yeah. People asking why we don't use the Korean servers. We have actually a worse ping. Well, I found that for Korean servers. Have you tried it out, Valente?
I haven't tried it myself, but I did try I think it's Garena server, and the ping was worse there as well. So, until the Australian servers come in, we play on the North American server.
I think Korea are too busy putting their resources into missiles to worry about League of Legends servers.
Straight up. Fair enough.
Yeah. I had to throw it in there. All the crap happening right now. 10 ping higher from Melbourne. Yeah, everyone's pretty much saying that Korean servers are pretty horrible for us here. That could be because of the link between our countries. I'm not sure. I think that the money would have probably gone more into connecting Australia and US for those servers. So
I think the pipeline, most of the traffic through Australia might actually route through the States first, and that's why I know Twitch, we do have a Singapore, I think it's Singapore server, which is much closer to us, much closer than the States are, but because of routing, we get better, we have to go through there, so that's probably why. Now just quickly, because I wasn't paying attention, I was off in my own little world once again. What's with this pause now? Who's dropped out? What's going on?
And that was Takeshi again. I think computer exploded or something. But
hamster on his wheel on his computer has stopped running.
Died.
Yeah, we're not sure just yet. It won't be long before we get back into this game. Game 2 of the CGI ladder for Cybergamer, and IM versus Team Exile 5 Lunar. I am currently at the top. If you are just joining us, my name is Menace, and I am joined here by my co-caster Valente. It should be another good match. Hopefully, Exile 5 can get a win, maybe pick up the second and third game out of this best of 3.
Yeah, and I think the real story in this game, don't even worry about the rivalries between Nasus and Renekton. Don't worry about it, the AoE team comps. Just the Fiddlestick skin. That's the first time I've actually seen this skin, and this is pretty epic.
Yeah, I've yet to look at it in game, and obviously I can't move anywhere because there's day and pause. But also, I find super interesting is Ezreal mid, man. Let's have a look at his items. He's got an elixir of fortitude. Yeah,
so it looks like he's going to go AD. He doesn't have any AP spec in there, so looks like a double AD comp for X5. So that's going to be quite interesting. We'll see how this one works out.
True, against the Nivea mid lane, I think that matchup is like it's for sort of a rare matchup. I haven't really seen it. Have you?
I have not. Have not indeed. I mean, and I should also note as well, I'm not sure if you covered this, the barrier pick on Anivia.
I did. I did mention that when I was going through the
Yeah,
picks. And
that's a very interesting choice as well. Probably a smart choice, you know, with the double AD, I guess. I mean, there's no other real option against an Ezreal because he's just going to be kiting away on Anivia.
what I'd love to know is, can he use it in egg form?
Ooh, that's actually a good question. I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But if
I'm
he
going to
could,
go with no, but if you can, that would be pretty cool.
it'd be OP. He'd be learning something too. So if, I guess we'll find out. Maybe save him in egg form and save his life. He is technically, still alive. I don't know. I don't know how they'd play that one.
Yeah, but I think because she's in the egg, like she can't do anything. So
Yeah,
like,
she flash.
No, you can't flash an egg.
No, imagine if he
How
could
much
though.
have you played Anivia? Oh, imagine if you could. Well, you
Yeah.
can. Alistar can headbutt the egg.
The
That's
egg
pretty
goes
cool.
flying.
Like,
I have
you
seen
could
that.
headbutt the egg over the wall and save her. I've seen that a few times.
Too OP. Okay. All right, let's talk about top lane, man. Who we got top lane? We've got Renekton versus Malphite.
Yeah, I'm gonna give the early game edge to Renekton, and if he really pressures that lane and just pushes it, pushes Malphite under the tower, then I think he's going to snowball pretty hard. But if there's enough jungle pressure from X5 onto Renekton, I think Malphite will be able to just get to that really tanky stage where he needs to be. So it really depends. I think in that lane it really depends on the junglers and how they're going to pressure the lane.
Very true. Malphite picking up quite a bit of sustain. He's got himself a crystalline flask and a health potion. He can probably do a little bit of harassment onto Renekton. He's got the elixir of fortitude, so it's gonna. Yeah, he's got 4 pots as well. So I mean, Renekton obviously not needing any mana regen at all, using up all of his fury. So it's gonna be who's gonna trade the best. It's a question.
I would imagine Renekton, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, he can just dash in.
Yeah, with especially once he has the fury up on the stun, it actually hurts like a hell of a lot. Especially if you can max the stun, and once you have the fury, like it just does a whole bunch of burst damage that you just don't expect, even against Malphite with all his armor. It's really it surprises you honestly, and you're like, oh, Renekton's killing me, I better run. And then he does his slice and dice, and like, well, I better flash. And then he's blown your flash. That's kind of how top lane Renekton works.
Yeah, OP, and he also gets the bonus percentage up from 5%. He gets 10% of life steal or heal percent, as they call it, which is very handy indeed for trading against a Malphite. All right, so for jungle matchups, I can't even think of the word. Sorry, guys. Jungle matchup. What do you think of Nasa's jungle flat out, dude? Actually, something I want to ask you.
Flat out.
Yeah.
Strong, and quite strong. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I invented Jungle Nasus. I was playing Jungle Nasus Season 2, man, and it was good then, and it's good. It's even better now because they changed the way his siphoning strike works, so he gets double the bonus on killing the bigger minions. So he's actually really strong, and his ganks are terrifying with the Wither. Like, don't expect to get away without blowing a summoner at least, if he catches you with the Wither. And of course, jungle farm, you just farming up that Q. What more can you want? And we're actually gonna get back into the game now.
Yeah, my argument there is Nasus in lane can farm his Q up better, but he is also, he's very vulnerable in the early stages. So your trade-off is if you can do well in your lane early on, you can farm up that Q very well, but in jungle you pretty much got no harassment and you can easily farm that Q up. So I do kind of agree, man. I do like Nasus jungle.
believe that's the logic behind NASA's jungle. You don't have someone there to bully you out of the farm. So you're free to, farm up your Q as much as you want. Even if you're getting counter jungled, it doesn't matter so much because you can just farm it up. As
Yep.
I am possibly looking for an invade. They did ward the blue buff, and X5 actually just gonna stall around. I think they knew it was coming and they were just waiting around. So really nice by X5, and Fiddles should just get this blue uncontested.
Alright, man, I have been completely wrong, and Ezreal is not mid. He's in fact top, dude.
Oh, what's going on?
Oh, them matters.
We got Malphite mid. Ooh, this could this be an AP Malphite? Let's have a look. And
yeah.
it is. It's going to be an AP Malphite.
I really don't like AP Malphite. In my opinion, I think...
I love AP Malphite.
I bet you do. It's a bit of a troll pick. But I think that, the armor, scaling, and he'll be better off, in my opinion.
If anything, last game was anything to, work off of, we saw Jack Attack playing Cho'Gath mid, who's pretty unconventional. So I guess, the Malphite mid pick isn't really that much of a surprise now. And I'm really interested to see how the top lane works out.
I think that's a nice pick. Ezreal against Renekton. He could dash in, but Ezreal can arcane shift away to easily, get those trades in favour of Ezreal. As you can see, man, already Matty chugging down those pots.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm pretty excited to see how this works out. You see he's just kiting around. He does get stunned, but he might get dropped down here. Ezreal does have Ignite. And there's a red pot blown. The red pot blown by Renekton as well, and he will get dropped down. That's first blood for Ezreal, and that's double summoner blown as well on Renekton. Wow. This is
mid lane.
Interesting.
Nasus looks like he's going to come around and try and get revenge onto Pitsus.
There's a huge minion wave there. I'm not sure how much of a good idea. He doesn't hit Ezreal with the Siphoning Strike. He hits a minion. Ezreal's just going to juke around, and Nasus is forced out. Look at all those minions just beating down on Nasus. Ezreal could snipe a kill here if he really wanted to.
That was a really unfortunate click from Lunar, man. Getting Siphoning Strike onto a minion. I think that Ezreal would have backed out by now if that happened.
I think he just wanted to farm.
Maybe he's just scaring him, but it was kind of a strange tactic to scare him. People asking in chat who won the first game. Exile 5 is currently down. Immunity did win their first match. This is the best of 3, game 2 right here. And Team Exile 5 Lunar over there, Team Immunity on blue. My name is Menace. I'm joined by my co-caster Valente, doing a good job tonight. This is his first cast with Team Down TV, doing such a good job. And Wither didn't actually stop that beat. Did you see that?
I did, yeah, because it's not doing any damage. It doesn't actually do anything to stop recalls. I see some action going down in the bot lane. Swiper might be caught out here. This is a 3v2. No, the flash will go down. The fear did go out. The silence as well. The red buff. Come on, Criddle Sticks. We need Criddle Sticks. And no, they're just going to back away. The hook wildly missing as well. And Swiper is just going to back away.
Yeah, that was a strange hook by Thresh. Flash blown by Leona, and it was a good getaway for both Thresh and Caitlyn, man. Caliber net too strong. As we see top lane.
Ooh. That was a really ballsy move there. That really well played. They traded the tower aggro really well. That could have gone really bad if they didn't know how to trade the tower aggro, but really well played there. By Immunity.
Yeah, that's pretty much the skill level of these players. They they know when trading towers. We see Fiddlesticks is going to catch out Matty trying to steal his golems, and I don't think they're going to do anything.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Alright, that first turret for top lane does eventually fall.
That was a really fast turret, and it's surprising considering how much Ezreal was dominating in that first couple minutes, but now Renekton doubling Ezreal's CS.
Wow, he's picked up so quick. I need to switch up my layout here so I got the right ones around. There we go. Jack Attack doing a lot of damage onto Heavens. Heaven chugging down the health pots there, but just a fairly even trade. Malphite is actually doing fairly well, man. He's he's behind 7 CS, which isn't that much, but Heavens is currently fairly low on health as Nasus moves in for a possible gank. He shows
just walk out in the open.
Not sure what's wrong with Lunar's clicking finger today.
Yeah, well, the thing about mid Malphite or AP Malphite is he struggles for the first couple of levels, but once he's about around level 4 and his Q is starting to hurt a bit, he can really do some damage, and because he's just naturally tanky, he's quite hard to push out of lane as well.
As we see, Nasus can't even push him out, and he's only got, you know, under 300 health, so he probably proven that. Rise Fiddlesticks goes in, does get the fear off Lunar as he's beaten down on him. The Siphon strike onto Scream, doing a lot of damage. He is withered. There we go, Ghost from Lunar. And he takes that kill away.
Yeah, so not the best decision there from Scream. He was out of mana, and Lunar's like, oh, well, I'm just going to dive you now. So nice kill there. You see Addy using the Renekton ult up top. Ezreal trying to cut around. He does use the ult. The Ignite's going to go down as well on both sides, and that's going to be a kill for a kill in the top lane, or an eye for an eye, you might say. I probably wouldn't say that, but...
If Gangplank was there, maybe. An R for an R.
No, come on, man.
Full of puns. Just like Freak and those horrible puns. Sorry.
Oh man, you're worse than Freak.
Yeah, probably a lot worse than Freak. And a lot less known, that's for sure. Alright, so it is 3 for 2 in favour of immunity. Renekton actually coming back fairly well, losing that first blood, man. And Ezreal is 2 for 2. He's picked up a Bilgewater Cutlass. And he's running 2 ADCs, Exile 5, bringing out all the stops. What do you think about this? Like, what is your opinion on Ezreal top?
Well, I think it's got to that point where Renekton's got 2 kills now, or they both got 2 kills, and Renekton's out farming him. So Renekton has now got the advantage because he's been slicing and dicing his way right into Ezreal. And oh, there's the forced barrier onto Heavens there. He's going to get dropped into Egg. But luckily under tower, as I was saying, Renekton is just now, he's getting to that tanky point, and when he's starting to get there, he's working on his, he has his brutalizer, and he's working on that really nice damage. And in the bot lane, there's a huge AoE ult combination from X5, and that's a really nice kill there for Misfortune. So that actually went to Leona. I'm sorry. Can't finish my story. Forgot what I was saying.
The AoE composition from Leona and Misfortune is a
Malphite out of mana in the mid lane here. Might get another wildly missing stun from Anivia. Fortunately, she's out of mana.
Lucky for Malphite. They're both being out of mana. Renekton was poking around as we've got a second pause coming out.
While I've got this chance, I'll just finish what I was saying, where for that lane to work, Ezreal needed to get ahead, and he's not really ahead. So it's going to get to the stage where Team Immunity are going to be too tanky for X5, I think. And because, you know, look at them, they got the double AD comp, they got a Fiddlesticks jungle, who's very squishy, and they've got an AP mid Malphite who's going to be pretty squishy. So Immunity are just going to get to these late game fights and just going to be too tanky, I think.
I wholeheartedly agree. I think that Leona is not going to be tanky enough to carry the team. She's going to be focusing on tankier items. She'll probably get herself a Runic Bulwark. She's already got a Ruby Crystal. Going to build that into a Sightstone for sure. But I agree, man. Too squishy Exile 5. They haven't really got a tank. Maybe if Malphite did go that full armor, he could engage as well as do the damage and to have that crowd control. Looks like everybody should be going back into the game any second now. But Renekton, man, he hasn't even built any defensive items as yet, and yet he's still very tanky.
Yeah, that's just Renekton being naturally tanky. You find with Renekton players, they typically go for that early brutalizer, and then depending on how aggressive they want to be, they can go for an early bloodthirster. As you see, Nasus is going to come in. There's the ultimate coming down. The Fiddlesticks ult and Flash blown as well. Nothing going to happen there. The Lantern's going to come out. Thresh is helping. He's doing a good job.
Hey everybody, I'm helping.
So, hey guys, what'd I miss?
Alright, Lunar getting very aggressive onto Scream. He does get a wither down.
Ace in the hole's coming out on Scream, but oh, the hook just missing. Not quite enough there. The fear did go down. You see, Ezreal just going to steal away that blue buff. A nice move there. He knew Nasus was bot lane, so really good steal. But he's going to walk right into Renekton, I think, and he might lose this blue buff if he plays this incorrectly, but we'll see how he goes. No, he's just going to poke from the brush there.
Yeah, that's right. I think a Bilgewater Cutlass into a Blade of the Ruin King is a good choice for Pitsis at this stage, especially against a very tanky Renekton and Nasus, who are going to be stacking health fairly high. Blade of the Ruin King probably going to see as well for Misfortune, who currently only has 2 Doran's Blades. So that was, pretty much a trade of blue buff for...
Oh, look at that burst from Renekton. He is taking it as well. Now, there's the active use on that Cutlass. And here comes Fiddlesticks as well. Has the boots mobility. Comes in. There's the silence. There's the fear. And Ezreal should pick up this kill. There we go. Last ditch effort there from Maddie.
Yeah, nice flash in the opposite direction by Pitsis, actually, throwing Renekton off a little bit. Probably, maybe saved his life, I'm not sure, but they did pick up Dragon. Sorry, I think it was... Well, who picked up Dragon? Lunar, so he got the Dragon kill as well for immunity, so that's going to put them a little bit ahead. They are about 2k ahead in gold, sorry, 1500 gold, roughly 1700. Maths is good for me.
Yeah, so, as I was saying, with Renektons, they could go for the Bloodthirster, or they could go for either Warmogs or Frozen Mallet, which it looks like that's what Maddie's going to do. I'm expecting a Warmogs. That's typically the the more conventional item, but a Frozen Mallet works quite well also. So we'll see which direction he decides to go there, or even as a Sunfire Cape also.
Yeah, that's right. I reckon Sunfire Cape would be a nice choice right now for Rain to give him that extra AoE damage, as Ezreal will be dancing around him quite a bit in the 1v1 game that is basically top lane. Separates everybody else. Fiddlesticks is going to come around the back here. Valente, what's going to happen?
Venom gets caught out. Uses the cleanse and a nice dodge there from the Leona hook there. Now Thresh is caught out. There comes the bullet time. Now they're just going to walk away. They will both get dropped to around half health. But no deaths there. There was the cleanse blown on Caitlyn, but no flash used. So she's still pretty safe. As you see, Fiddlesticks is going to ult down the bottom there, but goes straight into a trap. Oh, Scream. Almost gets hooked as well, and Ezreal's going to get dropped in the top lane. Action all over the place, and here comes Jack Attack looking to snipe Renekton. He does have Unstoppable Force. Is he going to get this one? But into the bush. There's the Unstoppable Force. The Ignite goes down, and there's the Ground Slam as well. And back into the bot lane. Scream gets dropped. Takeshi gets dropped. And here goes Quatek. He's going to get dropped surely with that Nasus ult coming out. The Ghost has been used. He just hit the tower once. It's gone already. And the Barrier's going to go out as well. And she will get dropped super easily there.
Wow,
and
so much
Thresh
happened.
actually with the guest there. Scumbag.
Scumbag, just quietly.
Yeah, just
wow,
quietly.
that was crazy. So much action there. The top lane fight I was happened to be watching while you were calling out the shots down bot lane, man. Ezreal and Renekton were just trading back and forth, and Renekton made a good play and pretended to head back, and Pitsis kind of got a little bit out of position. Renekton in fact flashed into Ezreal and used up his Q, which name escapes me right now. Sorry, his Colour of the Meek. He uses up the Colour of the Meek, and it just did so much burst damage to Ezreal, took him down in one hit, and then obviously Malphite coming in. It was kind of strange to see.
Oh, we have an engagement in the enemy jungle here. Scream's going to get caught out. Does not have flash. He's going to just get taken down immediately, and he's really squishy. That Fiddlesticks has a Boots Mobility and a Cages and Spirit Stone, so extremely squishy.
So much pressure coming from IM right now. They are, they're not letting up. Ezreal is going to take a bit of damage top lane again, just trading back and forth. Mana pot ticking away. As everybody from IM is now heading B to try and go spend their gold that they have earned. So yeah, back to the fight where Malphite ulted into the brush. I'm surprised to see that Renekton didn't dash away from that one. Surely he would have known that Malphite's going to come here and ult him in.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he didn't move. I mean, it's possible that it was still on cooldown because it's relatively long in the early stages. But yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe he was because he was kind of on the edge of the bush, so maybe he was trying to make Malphite go straight to the middle and then miss him and then dash away or something like that. But yeah, I agree. I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah, that's it. So Matty Intel just sitting on tower. He's fairly low right now on Renekton. Fiddlesticks is up there trying to get a gank off. Is he going to come out? Yeah, here we go. Fiddlesticks is channeling his ultimate coming out from Ezreal as well.
Yeah, Matty's just going to get taken straight down by Scream, and a really nice, nicely played gank there. You know, I thought Renekton was just going to go really aggressive and just go all out on that Ezreal, but nope, Fiddlesticks ult. So nice bait by Ezreal. Too much swag. As you see, the Blade of the Room King has been completed onto Ezreal. And a gank in the bottom lane. No summoners available for Misfortune. And a really easy kill there. Nasa's going to use his ult. Needs to get out of tower range, and he does. Leona ticking down, and there's the ace in the hole. And a double kill for Caitlyn. Things are going really swimmingly for Team Immunity this game. 5k gold lead so far.
Yeah, I am.
Jack attacks corner. There's the stun as well. Yeah, there's the unstoppable force onto Lunar. But he's so slow, the flash goes out as well. He was waiting to use that. Gets out with a slither of health.
Yeah, wow, nice flash from Malphite. Unstoppable force onto Nasus. Kind of wasted there. He should have just flashed and got out in the first place. I'm not sure if he thought maybe the other guys were going to come around and help this one out.
Yeah, Lunar got pretty low, so they were maybe just trying to pick up a quick kill. I mean, you see Immunity looking to pick up the second dragon of the game, of course. They did have the timer on that one, so they knew exactly when it was spawning. So there, no contest here as well, no vision at all. And we'll just look up in the top lane as Renekton's caught out, the fear goes down, the drain is coming out from Fiddles as well. And he's just trying to dash away. He probably could have saved that to go through the Baron wall, and he's just going to get dropped down from the I can't even remember the name of the ult. True Shot Barrage. True Shot Barrage.
That's the one. Yeah, Renekton almost got away from that one, but the edge of it just clipping him, sending him to his death. I think that he was pretty much dead anyway.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, that's like, you know, I think, yeah, only the third assist for Fiddlesticks, so Fiddlesticks not doing too well in this game at all at the moment, even though he does have a pretty cool skin that I have never seen before.
He's starting to pick it back up. He was looking a bit shaky earlier on, but yeah, he's just got those 2 assists there on Renekton, you know, within the last couple of minutes. So yeah, he's starting to get there. You probably expect an early Zhonya's rush on the Fiddlesticks there.
Yeah, Zhonya's is going to be crucial for him. He's got a Cage's lucky pick, you know, and I'm not sure what he's going to do with that right at the moment. But Blade of the Ruin King is on Ezreal, so he will be able to poke that Renekton down a bit, who has now picked up a Sunfire Cape. He's not doing too well though. Renekton is 3 for 6, even though he was, you know, he did quite well in that mid sort of lane phase in between now and the start of the game. Giving away first blood though to Ezreal, obviously not going to help. How do you think this team composition and these lanes are working out for Exile 5 at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, Exile 5, they've brought back top lane. We thought initially that Renekton was going to snowball that lane, but Ezreal and Fiddlesticks both helped prevent that. So that's good work by them, but I think it's just going to get to the point where, as I mentioned, Immunity are just going to get too tanky. And I think that's going to be the real key factor here. As Scream is caught out a bit here, the hook comes back in, he gets dropped really low, the True Shot Barrage comes out, the Bullet Time, the Box as well. They're all going really low, Heaven's so low, caught in there, the Flash goes out, Venom is low, the Ignite goes down, that's a down for MF. And Renekton comes in now, he'll pick up a kill on Jack Attack. And here's Thresh and Anivia, both so low, Thresh gets picked off. Ezreal going to look to kill Anivia, she's going to get put into the egg form. And he's just going to beat down on the egg, and here comes the rest of the team as Renekton's going to tower dive onto Leona, and Nasus is now really low. MF, no red buff or no slows available, the Wither's just going to go down, and Renekton's just going to try and take this tower, and he will. That was an interesting fight.
It was crazy. There we go, in the second tier mid turret falling in favour of Immunity. I think they did come out quite on top of that fight. It was a 4 for 3 exchange in favour of Immunity, as well as getting a second tier turret down in mid lane. And Matty is just going to try and keep pushing down the mid as Scream gets a nice spear onto him.
Yeah, Matty going to get dropped really low. And there comes the Twin Shadows as well, slices and dices away. and he does have flash, so he's going to go home. Fiddlesticks is going to ult over the wall as well, and he's going to get dropped down. Really easy, a nice ult. And Scream just saying, sup.
That's hilarious. Really good ultimate from Fiddlesticks there to get over the wall. He channeled it just the right time. Wasn't exactly out of range. Didn't have to waste his flash, which was up by the way. So that was good work from Fiddlesticks.
Yeah, that was
He's
nice.
not doing too bad at all.
Yeah, he you can see he anticipated the flash over the wall, and he was ready to ult straight over. Just too much swag on Scream.
Yeah, very much so. So the game is, is still fairly in IM's favour at the moment. Baron, not even being looked at by either team yet. Still a bit low level, I think, for that. Dragon won't be up for a while, so it's going to be a matter of maybe sieging towers, picking people out of this stage, trying to get that little bit of advantage for Immunity to try and push down more and more turrets. As we see everybody starting to head towards mid. Caitlyn is split pushing as well as Renekton.
Yeah, Lunar's all by himself here. He's actually going to get caught out a bit. The fear goes down. There comes the ult comes out as well. The Fiddles drain comes out. The Leona ult as well. The Ezreal's just going to arcane shift straight in. But there's the locket, the shield. Oh, it just clips him. The true shot barrage gets dropped down. Ace in the hole coming out on Ezreal. Thresh is locked down. The box will come out, but the bullet time drops him.
Very interesting bullet time from Misfortune straight on top of Thresh only. Maybe she was trying to deter other players coming in. Renekton split pushing top lane. He gets the minion wave to the tower. Is he going to stay there or not? That's the question. Fiddlesticks taking the tower damage.
Well, the Assault Force comes out. He gets sniped. Jack attack just demolishing Caitlyn. That's all I can say there. And you see Renekton still split pushing in the top lane.
Yeah, Renekton just ignoring everybody else, trying to get the objectives, which I think is working out pretty well for IM.
Oh, here comes the Home Guard and the Boots mobility and the Twin Shadow. The fear goes out. Silence is going to go out. The drain is there as well. Silence didn't actually hit Maddie there, so he's just going to walk away. Just stroll away, if you will.
That's right, and Maddie is looking at coming back and trying to steal some golems. Will he get them? I don't know. Nope, Scream does end up going. I think he didn't use Smite, but Maddie is in the middle of a storm at the moment. He does take down Fiddlesticks.
Turned on that one, takes down Fiddlesticks, but he's caught between a rock and a hard place with Jack attack. And I was just going to finish him off with that last auto attack. And oh, Ezreal getting dropped in the mid lane as well. Deaths happening all over the map.
Wow, everywhere there is action.
Oh, and here comes another snipe. Jack attack picking up that one. Jack attack just out of nowhere with, of course, Leona as well. Man.
Wow, so much action. And look at the kills, dude. Immunity are down with that final kill onto Anivia. Exile 5 have come back and they're slowly clawing their way back into the game, as we saw Immunity do in the first one. Dragon is up, and I think Venom and Swiper are going to take that one pretty easily.
Yeah, so I think they'll take this one relatively uncontested. But yeah, as you mentioned, could this be deja vu from the first game?
Could be the curse of the blue side. They fall behind at the start and come back and in.
Was that season 2 secrets.jpg? Blue side OP.
Blue side OP season 2 secrets. Yeah, Boots OP, man. Start with Boots every time.
Man, you're living in the past, man. Boots is over. Get with the times, man.
Hunter's machete for everybody, even for the ranged champions. Okay.
Regardless of jungling.
Regardless of jungling, that's right. If you are in Nivea mid lane, you pick up a Hunter's machete. That's how it rolls, right?
Funny you should say that. I don't recall the item name, but the one that builds out of Spirit Stone that gives the spell vamp, that actually stacks with Will of the Ancients, so you can get heaps of spell vamp on someone like Vlad or Maud.
An interesting ultimate from Caitlyn there, just trying to poke someone down low, maybe
just
to get someone. Yeah, just a bit of weird poke, long cooldown poke.
Yeah, I mean the only two uses for the ace in the hole is, of course, to snipe at the end of a fight or just to poke. And Nass is actually getting aggressive. The stun goes down onto Malphite. He's going to use the Unstoppable Force. He's getting really low. Nass and Renekton still trying to get in there. And Venom will pick up that kill. The Fiddlesticks ult's going to come down. He's going to catch 4 of them there, but he's just going to get dropped instantly. And MF trying to run away. You got Anivia trying to chase it down. Ezreal getting low. He's going to use the flash. Flash is on everyone coming out. I think that was a failed flash there by Heavens. And Ezreal's just going to stroll away.
It wasn't a fail flash, it was just Misfortune flashing over the wall. I don't think he had his flash. Well, maybe he did. Maybe it was.
I think he flashed, but I'm not sure if it was a fail one. I think he tried to flash over for MF, didn't work. And Immunity just gonna take this Baron now.
Yeah, this will give them the advantage they need to finally finish this game. Renekton always being sort of away from the team fights, so it'd be good to see an actual complete team fight. And bullet time is in fact used on top wave, so you know, if Misfortune knew what was going on, they could use it.
And Heaven just walls Maddie into the Baron pit.
Trolling.
That's McLaren style Anivia, that's what that is.
Yeah. Alright, so Baron buff is on Team Immunity. For you guys just joining us, my name is Menace. I'm joined here by Valente. This is...
And we've got a engagement here in the jungle. Sorry to cut you off. Nope. Oh, there's the wall as well, but no. Malphite there. And Ezreal is here as well. Ezreal... Heaven's going to use the barrier. The stun goes out. Malphite's going to get the seismic shard. The true shot barrage. There's the silence as well. The egg bomb's going to go down. And Heaven's just getting a bit too overzealous and is going to lose his Baron buff.
Well, she was executed excellently.
Oh,
That's
please stop.
horrible.
Stop.
Please stop. Please,
Stop.
right, please. Yeah, that was what I'm not sure what Heavens was thinking being that far in the jungle. Maybe you wanted to try and steal a bit of blue there.
Bit of overconfidence, I think, there.
And Immunity number 1, as we see the 2 twin shadows running up the river. Nope, they're not going to hit anybody. That's cool. I didn't realize that showed up on the minimap and also gave vision, so that's cool. A fair bit of vision on those. Everybody's learning. It's good fun.
Learning is fun.
Yeah, Fiddlesticks is pushing that first tier turret down bottom, and we're going to see an engaged mid lane.
There's the ace in the hole coming out just for a bit of poke, and Thresh missing with the hook as well.
That's right, just poking back and forth as we see them sieging. It's a 4v4 siege. Fiddlesticks has joined Team Exile 5 for the defense of their middle tower, their middle inhibitor tower. As there we go, falls tier 1 tower falls bot lane for Exile 5, and Anivia is going to join up. So we have both teams all mid lane, running back and forth from the pit. Team Exile 5, are they going to get this middle turret?
So that's the bullet time going out just to clear that wave. I think that was a little too early to be using that. And Ezreal Archangel as well. Oh, there's the hook onto Quantic, but no, nothing's going to come of that one.
It was a nice hook, but he didn't want to follow it up. He would have gone in too deep if he did activate that skill again. Yeah, and throw the box out. I think that they can't really afford to fight under turret. There we go, another nice hook.
Oh, a nice hook! Wow. Even with the Arcane Shift, he gets the hook locked on. That's nice. That looks pretty sick. And the Arcane Shift's going to come out. The Fiddlesticks ult's going to go down. Caitlyn is the target of Fiddles, but he's going to get dropped down again. Malphite and Leona now trying out. The hook comes down onto Jack Attack. The flash is forced. Takeshi is going to get dropped. The Wither is down onto Jack Attack, and he will go down. Oh, no, he's not going to go down. Oh, Ace in the hole, he does go down.
Wow, Misfortune trying to block that one off. Unfortunately, she's just too slow, and I think this is where Exile 5s have fallen down with their tankiness of their
GG's
team.
being called.
Yeah, GG's well played from both teams. Always great sportsmanship, which is good to see.
I think the issue with those last few fights is no Zonya's Hourglass on Fiddlesticks.
Possibly, and I think in the end it was... Yeah, I think it was just, the Scream running around like crazy there on Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks is just not tanky enough from the jungle. They didn't really have a tanky top lane. Malphite wasn't tanky enough going full AP. And there we have Game 2 to Immunity, so they do pick up the 2 games out of 3. Congratulations to Team Immunity.
Yeah, a 2-0 win for Team Immunity. Really well played in both games by both teams. Both teams playing really well tonight.
Yeah, that's right. Exile 5 looked like they were going to pick up their first game, but Immunity turned it around. Well played by both teams. Very close matches. So much fun to cast. Thank you so much, guys, for participating and the chat there, giving us feedback. We really do appreciate your comments. Make sure you hit that follow button down below, so the more followers we get, we can provide better streams and more streams for you guys. We're trying to get as much as we can. A big thank you to my co-caster, Valente.
Thank you very much, and I'm going to say a big shout out again to the sponsors, of course, M-Wave, BenQ, and I'll let you take it away because you're the expert on promotion, I should say.
Yeah, the promotion. All right. The sponsors, BenQ, M-Wave, as you said, and OCZ is our third sponsor.
OCZ, correct. And
yeah.
Thank you to Team Down TV as well, just for the opportunity to cast, and of course Cybergamers for giving Team Down TV the opportunity to cast. So many thank yous.
We take opportunities.
So many
that's how we roll. But a big thank you to you two. Do you guys have any shout-outs to anyone? We haven't given any shout-outs tonight, and there's still 160 people in here listening, so we might as well give a shout-out.
I'll give a shout-out for my personal YouTube channel, which you can find at youtube.com/Valente Gaming, and you can find me on Twitter under the same name as well.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to shout out to all the people who are here really supporting me. My mates, for sure. There's Jarv, Herberman, Snowblind. I know you're around there somewhere. I think Wilson Lozadix is in as well. So thank you so much, guys, for watching tonight. I really appreciate it. We might try and stick around in chat, guys, afterwards. If you want to ask us questions, if you want information.
Yeah, I'll stick around.
Yeah, I'll be sticking around. So it'll be pretty good. So on behalf of Team Down TV, thank you very much. Any final words from you guys?
No, we do have...
Yep, just a...
Oh, you can go first, of course.
Oh, no, I was just going to say thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Back to you, Steve-O.
Shout out to Exile. There we go, buddy. I gave you one. And we do have... There is finals coming up pretty soon. I'm not too sure. I don't know if Scream's in here or... one of the other admins, but the finals, League of Legends finals, coming up in the next few weeks, I believe, and we hope to cover, the plan is to cover pretty much all CGI matches, most of CGM and whatnot, so that was a pretty good night, actually, a pretty good game, and Immunity looking good, but they are up there, but some of the viewers did say, I think it may have been, can't remember who said it. I did see it that they didn't ward much, and I guess tonight we didn't see a lot of wards in the jungle, did we?
Not a whole lot in the jungle. It was mostly just defensive wards. There was in the second game, Immunity were having a few aggressive wards at the blue buff, but that was pretty early on. But the later the game went, there wasn't a whole lot of wards.
But it was some good games for both of them, and well done to, like I said, Team Immunity coming out the winners tonight in this best of three. And we do have a game. When's our next game, Menace? Is it Sunday night?
Yeah, Sunday night.
Well, we have a Lunar asking if we wanted to cast Avant versus Team Immunity in 20 minutes, so it could be then.
Is that a best of three?
Yeah, that's a best of three, starting at 10 PM. I don't think I can make that one, guys, unfortunately.
10 PM.
Oh, that's all right.
Might be a little bit
Worth
late
an ask.
to start a best of three, so that one will probably
we got
leave.
the times.
We do look.
Yeah, we'll leave that one.
Ladies and gentlemen. if you do want a LoL game casted, hop on to cybergamer.com.au and have a look for Cyanide and find me and send me a PM. We do take a lot of requests, and any we can fit in, but we generally plan it as well straight up. So if we knew about it before, we probably could have arranged it, because Menace, you have to go to bed. You're old. Well, you're not old, but you get up early. What is it, 4:30 in the morning or something? You get up?
Yeah, something stupid like that. So
he needs his beauty sleep.
So Menace needs his beauty sleep, absolutely. But with a little bit more notice, we can definitely do games with. Games like that, do a double header or something like that. We don't mind. We just need to make sure we got the casters available, and I don't think we do have anyone else spare tonight because it wasn't pre-arranged. But we always want to get in there and cast as many games as we can. So next game is, like I said, Sunday night 8:30, same channel, Team Down TV1, and that is between Archon Gaming and Real Talk Gaming on the CG. That could be CGM, I think. I'll have to check that. division, so that one should be a good game to watch as well. And we do have some Modern Warfare 3 coming up. Probably, maybe Sunday night. I don't know how we'll fit that, but we'll have a look. But we do have some games coming up. Just looking at this stream. Von Angel, a shout out to you, just asking if anyone's in Sydney going to the Sinner Hunter tomorrow at 5:30 PM. That sounds like fun anyway. Does sound... and Miss Tegan saying we should cast a viewer ARAM. Is interesting, ARAM.
Oh, God.
ACL Brisbane this weekend too. From Sandman, get involved and tell them you want LoL and you want Team Down TV. You want them to fly us up for their next LoL event. So make sure you do that, ladies and gentlemen. Get down to ACL Brisbane and say, we need to do LoL. It's going to be, it's a huge game, but we can't do it unless you fly down Team Down TV. Make sure you tell them that. Isn't that right, Sam-Man?
Yeah, I'm not flying myself. I can't afford that.
That's right. They can fly us. Traddy can pay for us. And a big shout out there to Traddy. Thanks for tuning in. I did send you a message on Steam. I know you don't finish work until 10 o'clock or whenever it is, but I thought we may have got it. But I will get the video on demand up for you, mate, if you do want to have a look. So bad luck. Bad luck.
I think that's about wraps it up here.
Yeah, so next
Bring you
game
next
is
time.
Sunday at 8:30.
I thought you were working, Traddy. Don't blame me. Blame yourself. So that's probably it from us. We're doing yeah, I know. No, I've changed it on CG now to just cyanide full stop because I can't have cyanide. Someone else took it. But I told you, it's tattooed on my chest. I'm entitled to it. Even that fanatic guy called cyanide. We'll have to sort him out too. Little punk. The original right here. So is that it from us? I think that might be it from us. I'll cut this.
I think that's about it.
I'll cut this off and I'll quickly cut out the first bit of music and upload this to YouTube and get the VOD out there very soon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much to the 160, 170 people who tuned in tonight and the 30 plus followers. We appreciate it. We'll be back Sunday night. So thanks a lot and we'll catch you guys later.
See yous.
Thanks, guys.